Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 7 of Direwolf20's Enigmatica Skyblock series. I am across the pond from my base and found something kind of cool here. So it's right across from my base and I don't know what it is, so I decided to check it out. And it looked like just a little hut, but then when I got here I realized there was a little bit more to it than a little hut. So I'm like, well, I might as well do this on camera then, because I don't know what I'm in for. Looks cool. Ow. Haha, take that. Now I should be able to vein mine those spider webs, so that's cool. Oh, are those blocks of redstone? Well, don't mind if I do. What is this deal? Interesting. I don't know what this place is all about. I'm assuming, like, you know, clearly a mod that adds some kind of world gen styled, you know, dungeons or whatever. But that's neat. This is cool though. I like this. Ah. What is that, it? Nothing else? Interesting. I am so gonna get lost down here. So far I haven't found anything good except a few blocks of redstone, which is weird, right? Like, why are there just random blocks of redstone? Very weird, right? Isn't it weird? It feels weird. Not that I'm complaining about redstone. I mean, a little bit ore, but I'm not here to mine. I'm here to figure out what this place is all about. Luckily, I have some coal on me. I don't know why I still have coal on me, but I do. Hey, cave spiders. That might be a good sign, maybe. Or maybe not. So I'm hearing a lot of them. I think some of my armor just broke, which is a bad thing. Hey look, a spider spawner. Neat. I do want to go down there in a minute, but I also want to make sure that this area is lit up enough. And I might even... What's the... Looks like it doesn't necessarily need the tool. I'll take it. Spawners are nice to have. This place is way bigger than I thought it would be. Way bigger than I thought it would be. Also, my helmet broke. Womp womp. We are going to need new armor pretty soon. Maybe there'll be some good loot down here. Or maybe this is a big waste of time. I have no idea. I feel like this might be time for this one. I'm gonna like explore a little bit more on camera, and if I don't find anything good super soon, I'll probably explore more off camera, and then we'll come back for the mechanism stuff. Like, I'm not finding any, like, chests or anything. Like, I would think that here's this dungeon, right? Like, let's go explore it. Hey, found some loot. Found some good stuff. It looks like there's a lot of bad things, but nothing like, hey, good. This will be my indication that I need to go back up. Alright, I'm going to look around off camera, because I have yet to find anything useful, per se. Be right back. When in doubt, just, you know, climb your way out of the ground. I just dug straight up. Hey, neat. What is this? This is Astral Sorcery stuff. Hey, that's cool. Little Christmas lights on the Astral Sorcery things. Nice. I kind of feel a little uncomfortable about where I am right now. I found nothing. I found absolutely nothing. Don't the Astral Sorcery dudes sometimes, what's this? Faraday Helmet, huh? Sure, I'll wear it. Better than no helmet, I presume. Don't they sometimes have treasure chests under the corners? Yeah, they do. What's up? Hey, constellation paper. And a diamond. Sure. I guess I'll put away some of these cracked stone bricks and stuff. That ain't all that important. Hey, drawing of Dissidia. Nice. Hey, I got an Astral Sorcery thing. I believe that was a quest for Astral Sorcery to get started that I just completed. Huzzah. Kind of want to check out this windmill real quick. Not the best time to be exploring because, you know, darkness and monsters and whatnot, but also kind of looking for some villagers. Because I'd kind of like to have some emeralds, so I can kind of have a copy-paste tool. Leather will get me emeralds from this guy. It's not too shabby. How about I save you from zombies at your door and you give me emeralds for free? Is that a fair trade or no? So you guys want to give me some wool? My, look at all the treasure chests around here. Hey, steak, sure, I'll take it. Let's get rid of some junk I don't need at the moment. I'm gonna put away some things and stuff. I don't think I need a jungle sapling or seeds for that matter. There, see how organized I got? Right away. Man, all kinds of good loots. Maybe not that good of loots. Mostly just wood. Inventory means, I'll take melons though. I don't think we've got those. What other kind of good stuff is in this general area? That looks like oil or something. What do you got for a trade? String? I had string. Didn't I have string? I do have string. What a deal. That's enough emeralds for a copy-paste tool. That's what's up. Hey, mechanical components. I'm trying to be a little bit picky about what resources I take from this area. Give me some good armor. You gave me leggings, which arguably I have like... Ooh, flux infused leggings, though. Flux infused leggings, though. That's what's up. Being very picky about what I take because, you know, limited inventory storage and whatnot. Not bad, not bad. So look at all you guys in here. More string traders, which is good. Hello, chicken. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll take the seeds, why not? Somebody help me if I don't take stuff. Okay. How about we head back to the base? I'll meet you guys back home, and we'll get started maybe on some Mekanism stuff today, because that's the plan. I planned to start today's episode with Mekanism right away, and then I quickly got to the point where things were happening, and I'm like, I might want to show what's happening here on camera. And it didn't turn out as good as I maybe had hoped, but... So how come you guys are running? How are these furnaces cooking if there's nothing to be cooked? The furnaces are a lie, my friends. Interesting. I mean, is it a terrible idea to take pistons with me? Probably not. Ooh, what do we got here? A music disc. And some DU plating. Don't know what that is. Copper solenoids. An iron chest plate. I need a new chest plate, don't I? Yes. Is there anything else I can go in here? Should be good. All right. We'll come back in a minute. If I find anything else of exceptional awesomeness, I will let you guys know. However, we will return in a moment when I'm back at my base. It's good to be home. Ish. So I should now be able to make a copy-paste gadget. That's cool. Which means I can get into... I might need to still make the template manager, though, don't I? So I might need to go visit that village again, because I think that guy still also requires 2 emeralds. I only got 3 from the resources I had on me at the moment. But I mean, you know, we can go back and get another emerald or 2, hopefully. Yay! So stuff and junk and things. Wow, I really need better storage. How about crates? Did we look into crates? Just treated wood planks, wood casing. You know what? I should be able to get crates now that I have access to treated wood planks. I should be able to get crates now that I have access to treated wood planks. Should we make a couple of those real quick? I feel like the answer is yes. So let's get some treated wood planks. Let's get, it looks like 4 chests per recipe, right? So that shouldn't be too bad. You really are an annoying resource, aren't you? Okay, cool. Good enough. Works for me. And then we should have buttons. I need 4 of you. Cool. Impregnated sticks. Oh, from forestry. Oh. That's a shame. Not that I couldn't get it right now. Not that I couldn't. I just don't have it. Sneaky recipe, because normally those are just regular sticks. So at first glance, you're like, oh. And then at second glance, you're like, oh. That's a shame. All right, putting away junk. Let's come back, cleaning up inventory, be right back. All right, so last episode we got ourselves some steel casing. Between episodes I did some more mining so that I could have more osmium ore in case I need to get more steel casings. I also got a basic tier installer and a Robit. Now I only crafted 2 steel casings last episode, so I don't know what gave me an extra steel casing, a basic tier installer, and a Robit. I don't know if that was Mekanism that gives you those items when you craft the first steel casing, or what the deal is. But we definitely got a few things that I wouldn't otherwise expect to have received in my inventory as a result of making the quest completion that we did. Did I clear this bag out? I totally did not. I've been keeping some things in that bag, so you guys can go in there. I made another chest to just store miscellaneous junk. Cool. That works for me, right? Lots of junk. We basically have 2 miscellaneous junk chests. They probably overlap a little bit. There's probably some things that are doubled, but for now, yeah, not sure. So the Robin I'm going to put away because I forget what he does a little bit, and we just don't have the situation to hold on to him at the moment. Let's get into Mekanism. So quest-wise, right, what I should be making is a Metallurgic Infuser. And then I can get into Enrichment Chamber, Crusher, Energized Smelter, and Precision Sawmill. All these things sound cool. We can also get some solar power and some power generation looks to be up here. Biofuel has always been a really good power source for us, so we're going to find out if that's still the case or if it's been nerfed in this pack at all. Mekanism, a tier 2 tech mod with tons of content, offers some of the fastest machines near infinite energy storage, insanely powerful generators, and a lot more. The recipes haven't been altered much. The energy usage of most machines is far higher than normally, though. This chapter leads to the heavy machinery from immersive engineering as well as thermal expansion. Gotcha. So, he did increase the power cost of a lot of these machines, but we also have that power cost reducer guy, so maybe that'll help. Had I read that before I got the speed upgrades thing, I might have chosen a different dude, but not a big deal. Not a big deal by far. So let's get started with Mekanism. So the first thing we need to get is the infuser thing, right? Metallurgic Infuser is the thing that makes a lot of resources, a lot of the crafting components. So Metallurgic Infuser. I think this is one of the few things that doesn't need the things that the Metallurgic Infuser makes. So we're going to need some furnaces, we're going to need an external heater, and some osmium ingots. So it looks like we are going to be making more of you. Okay. We do have some LV copper coil still, but I'm going to hold off on those. So with that covered, we're also going to need some furnaces. Let's get some furnaces. I need Metallurgic Infuser. Furnaces are 4, right? So let's get another stack, so that we have that, right? And then we can get some stone gears, which I might have some wood laying around somewhere. If not, I have a tree I can chop down for sure. We can use this wood, sure, why not? Cool. Get those guys. Get us some coal. You start pouring out our copper into plates. Thank you, sir. And that would be good. Just thinking. Just thinking. I don't think it's necessary. I was thinking, should I like double this up and have another casting table here? But I don't think that's really a thing we have to do. What I'm going to do is steal these guys. Once I get to ore doubling, I can start processing a lot more stuff. But I really want to get to the point where I can double my ores before I start really processing a lot of the ores that we have. So while right now it's like, Dyer, why don't you automate and clean up and get things tidy? A big part of that is me wanting to be efficient with my ore resources that I have, right? So that's where I'm coming from on having not done that yet, right? So just as an FYI. Where are my shears? There. 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 And we will probably need at least a few of these. Electrum, maybe not. Bronze, maybe not. Invar, maybe not. Okay, so I'll at least need iron. Cool. And some copper. We'll smelt out just a little bit of you. Let's get 8 copper going. What else do I need here? Is that pretty much it? I think that's pretty much it. We'll get some redstone in inventory because I know we're going to need that. What about the cables from Mekanism? Like the RF transfer dudes. Basic universal cables. That requires electrical... Oh, that's interesting. Basic universal cables require Ender IO. Oh. And redstone iron. Hey, we have advanced generators in the pack. Well, that's exciting. Wow, that requires quite a lot of... That is an expensive recipe. And we need a lot of these things to get into advanced generators. So advanced generators in the pack, which is exciting. The recipes for things are less than exciting. Wow. Wowzers. That is a thing. Okay, that's a thing. So basic universal cables for Mekanism are what I would say a little bit of a ways off. Now technically we can make... It doesn't look like there's a smelting combination thing. It's like if you already have electrical steel, you could molten it, but it doesn't look like there's a way to make the electrical steel in this thing. So I think we have to get into Ender IO or thermal, obviously, which I think is unlocked from this chapter, or the alloy furnace from nuclear craft. Alloy smelter. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. We either have to get into Ender IO or nuclear craft. Doesn't look too bad, honestly. Basic plating. Lead sheet metal, lead item casing, which I think is not too bad. And a graphite block from extreme reactors. We can make... I think we can make this right now, can't we? Yes. We might be able to make this right now. We might be able to get into that cabling. We might. It might be tricky. And then for you, we need to get into actually additions clearly. Wow, look at that recipe. Aluminum wiring. Wow, some of these recipes, guys. Starting to get a little nervous about, wow, resonator, iron bars. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Some of these recipes, guys. Some of these recipes. But the impression I get is we are going to be in the age of immersive wiring for a little bit. Which you guys know is not my favorite. Only because dire wire and electricity and zapping and all that stuff. So we need our Metallurgic Infuser. Right? So that means you. And we're good to go. So is that really our only option for powering? I guess that thermal's flux ducts are probably no better. So that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Pressurizer from nuclear craft. Is that something I can have right now? That looks like a pretty complex craft. Tough alloys. Yeah, that doesn't look like something I'm going to get into just yet. Unless... I mean, I could make the compressor from IC2. The compactor from thermal. So that would just need... These don't look too bad. Well, a little bad. Not terrible. Metallurgic Infuser I can get right now. Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting recipe. Metallurgic Infuser I can technically get right now. But the machine casing requires quite a lot. Quite a lot. So we might... I don't know, man. I feel like we're going to be in the age of making a wiring mess for a while. We're going to need a house pretty soon. I think that might be our next task. But for now, at least, let's get some MV wire relays. Let's get some MV wire coils. I have a little bit more electrum in here, so I should be able to make another batch of you, provided I do this first. I'm assuming that there's nothing else that I can do, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Don't I have any more MV wire connectors? I used them all, didn't I? But that's okay, because I've got some of you and some iron, so I should be able to get... Cool. All right. So with that taken care of, right? For now, just because I'm like not quite there yet, let's line up the machines like this, right? From Mekanism. So if I'm going to do that, ow, I'm not even near the wiring. Right? I'm really not. I'm going to pop you down here. We'll stick our Metallurgic Infuser here. How's that sound? And what I'm thinking is we could have a wire relay here. Doing something like this. That don't seem too bad, right? And then you should be getting power. Yay! 24,000 RF a tick. Or 24,000 RF total stored. Perfect. Okay, cool. So that should be a quest complete, right? Let's claim our loot bag. Maybe something good will come of this. Enhanced building guide from Open Blocks. I don't think they're particular. Well, not terrible. Not. I'm not jumping for joy. We'll put it that way. But you know, not terrible. All right. So the next thing I want to get is the Enrichment Chamber, because this is what's going to let me start doubling ores, right? So it can also compress coal, redstone, diamond, refined and dust to give them a higher yield in the Metallurgic Infuser. So we totally want an Enrichment Chamber. So Enrichment Chamber requires some basic control circuits, and that's about it. Now that's just redstone and osmium. Sweet. So what I'm going to do, I have tons of redstone, right? Redstone has really not been a problem for me. So I should be able to do that. Cool. Now you're currently using 60 RF a tick. Not bad. It's not bad. I popped a couple of you guys in there, just out of curiosity. At this point, you would be using 190 RF a tick. Doesn't even seem that much faster until we get more, so. It's a little bit faster, I'm sure, but not enough to warrant the rapid increase in power. Cool. So with that taken care of, I should be able to now have a Metallurgic Infuser. Or Enrichment Chamber. Yeah, that. Boom. That's what's up. Enrichment Chamber. Quest complete. Which means we can ore double now. That is what's up. That is super duper what's up. Basic tier installer doesn't look too... It needs the advanced version of these guys. Yeah, I can make those. That doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. I'm probably going to want another one of them only because I'm going to want to upgrade these bad boys. Do I not have any more MV? Oh, no, I do. It's there. Cool. So you've got power now, which means we can ore double, right? Yeah, we can. That's what's up. See? Ore doubling. Yay! We finally have access to ore doubling processes. That is what's up. Let's throw some osmium in there. So I think what I'm going to do is this guy is absolutely going to be... If I toss that in, I'm going to make this the basic tier installer. I'm going to upgrade him to the basic tier factory. Oh, and that knocked that off. Hello. Alright, so now you're using 100 RF a tick, right? But if I tell you to auto sort, that's going to be 300 RF a tick. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's more than I'm producing by far. So we need to keep that in mind and be a little bit cognizant of that fact. But, you know, we'll get into power gen with Mekanism sooner than later, probably. So that'll help me get a lot of dusts very quickly. Okay. Neat. Neat. All right. Now, what else should we be doing? So that should be a claim quest reward. Nether wart blocks. Okay. Sure, why not? Take some nether wart. Okay. And I also got this. Cool. Cave illuminators from Master Sorcery. Not terrible. Again, not probably the most exciting thing I've ever received as a reward, but still. Crusher is the next. A machine that crushes stuff. You don't say. I'm feeling like I should prepare for more of this to happen. Let's do that. So what we're going to do is toss that in there. Actually, I need one more of those pieces of steel. Right. Okay. And we're also going to need copper, which we have some of. All right. Steel casing. You also need osmium, a healthy amount of it. That's right. Oh, that is beautiful. Ore doubling. Thank you so much. I've missed you. Gonna totally want that sped up smelting thing based on power. So we can get rid of the furnaces, right? Steel casings, all right, should be cool. And I think if it's not in one of these chests, my blast furnace brick, I left them in the other chest. There they are, blast bricks. I will have to visit the Nether sooner than later to get more blaze stuffs, but that shouldn't be too bad. I'm just, you know, making more steel casings in advance of the fact that I know I'm going to need more steel casings soon. And there you go, steel casings. Cool. Now we need a crusher. So that is going to just be 2 buckets of lava. That doesn't look too bad. And we're going to want more osmium in that thing over there with the redstone things. Let's get a bunch of these circuit guys. Nice. And then as soon as I can, I'm gonna break into power gen with Mekanism and see how good that turns out to be. Not a bad idea, I hope. Because that'll definitely ramp me up in a technological way. I just wish I didn't have to use this wiring because of the whole getting zapped thing. Let's, can you auto pull from adjacent chests? That's a super good question. Or at least auto output. Side config eject on for items, input, output. Yeah. I don't know if you'll auto pull, but you should at least auto output so that you can get filled up with dust. Cool. You made those things? What I think might be a good idea would be to have a crafting table over here. Okay, so if I want a crusher from Mekanism, we just need the 2 buckets of lava. So all I need is 2 buckets, and we should be good. One of these days, I'll remember that is not a shapeless recipe. Now, I do happen to have lava up here. It's just in the form of clay buckets. Cool. Crusher, booyah. I don't exactly remember what recipes are important from the crusher, but, you know, quests and stuff, might as well knock it out. I'm sure I will have a need for it. And the next recipe, quest-wise, is the auto-smelting thing, right? Hey, lit redstone lamps. That's a weird thing to get, but okay. So the next thing we want is the auto-smelter. So that is energized smelter. Also not too bad. Just glass. Really, it's just glass. Okay. Pretty sure we've got glass around here somewhere. These recipes aren't too bad, to be fair. What I think I'm going to do is place the smelter here and the crusher here. So that you can do your thing. Now, if I wanted another tier installer, right? Basic tier installer, that needs an advanced guy. So that's going to need some enriched alloys, which is just iron in this machine. Let's do that. I'm gonna do 16 of them, why not? Yeah, and you're doing a good job, right? Cool. And then it's just redstone blocks at that point. And to be honest with you guys, I've been passing up redstone downstairs when I've been mining because I've found so much of it. Between the vein mining and the luck 3 and all that good stuff, you know, I'm pretty flush for redstone at the moment, so I'm not too worried about using that stuff. Clearly, at some point, we're gonna want to do more with it, right? But you get the point. That doesn't look too bad. Oh, we do need a steel casing though, that does make that a little bit expensive. And we're gonna need 8 enriched alloys. Not the end of the world. How are we doing on power? Hurting a little bit, but not terrible. I'm not dying by any stretch. Cool. So energized smelter. You. And those are some quest completions. Nether bricks. And lapis lazuli, gold encrusted. So it's basically lapis. If we take our chisel, we can turn that into lapis. Oh, okay, cool. I have to press the chisel button. Neat. And then I should be able to do that. Just for better storage purposes. And nether bricks, I have no idea what to do with you, but I'll put you in there. Right? Because you're basically nether brick. So you've got 8 more of these guys? Yeah, totally. Which means that I should be able to make 2 of you, which would be a quest, by the way. Cool. Cow in a jar. That's not a bad thing. I'll take a cow in a jar. It produces milk. Free milk. Milk for days. Alright, and then finally to get this guy, we just need a couple steel ingots. So this uses up a steel casing, which is a little bit of a bummer. Let's make sure we put on the right thing. Energized smelter. That's what I want to... Dire wire. My dire wire isn't so bad. Yet. He says knowingly. Cool. Alright, so that should be cool. So I should be able to now place... you guys in there. Sweet. I like it. I don't know that I'm going to have you auto output anywhere. At least not yet. For now, you're good. Alright, so we've got some basic mechanism machines. Would you look at that? Unfortunately, though, I do believe that is the old wrapping up point. So what I'm going to do is process a lot of my ores using this, clearly. You know, we've got some enriching to do, right? So let's get like some gold, some more iron, probably some more osmium, because I know we're going to need a lot of that going forward, all 3 of them. And then we'll come back. I'm going to turn you actually off for a minute. Auto sort off so that I can do that reliably. And that'll all dump into there, and then I can process it here. Hey, at the very least, we're doubling. What's the process for Mekanism to triple ores? Just so I'm sure, right? Iron clumps. We get 3 of them in a purification chamber. I should look into the Mekanism processing thing, because I'm just curious, like... And that gives you 4 times. It's interesting. Hydrogen chloride. Iron crystal. Clean iron slurry. Iron slurry. Yeah. I will need to look into like what's involved in ore tripling. These iron clumps seem to play a role from the purification chamber, but that needs oxygen. Weird that it says flint or an oxygen gas tank, right? Is that weird? But that seems to triple, right? And then iron ore clumps can be turned into, in the crusher, dirty iron dust, which then can be turned into pulverized iron in the enrichment chamber, and that can be smelted, obviously, directly in iron. So maybe not yet, but definitely down the line, I want to look into tripling, maybe quadrupling, maybe quintupling, because I think 5x is the best you can do with Mekanism, right? For now, though, 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time. As always, take it easy.